I just want to be sure that you know that Free Comic Book Day is Saturday. Just just throwing it out there. Friday night, of course, is the first Friday for Lansdale. Free Comic Book Day is Saturday, May 3rd here. Sunday is the beginning of El Limon. I think it's the beginning, but they had talked about doing a whole weekend. El Limon, who is the Mexican restaurant behind me, sort of on Madison. They're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, but it's more than one day, I'm pretty sure. So it's a big weekend here in Lansdale. Help us out. I've got more details for Free Comic Book Day in the Facebook event on my Facebook page, of course. Remember, free comics, special free comics. I'm running my big sale because I always do my big sale, and basically just about everything in the store is on sale. And then I have, well, they partner with me. Blackheart Tattoo down the block partnered with me. They're doing free small tattoos. They're very specific. You get to pick from a handful of choices. Please tip your tattoo artist. All of those, all the tattoo related things need to go through Blackheart. Don't come to me to set that up. Go straight to them. It's on a first come, first served basis because tattoos take a bit. But that's the big thing for this year. But it's still New Comic Book Day now, and I'm already 2 minutes into a video, and I haven't shown any new comics. So let me do that. Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. Batman Superman World's Finest, part of that We Are Yesterday crossover with Justice League Unlimited. Bluey, the Big Blue Guy's Book of Dad Goals. Yes, there's more Bluey every week. It's fine. DC's All In Saga. This collects Absolute Power #4 and a handful of single issues that all led up to the DC All In special one-shot, which was the beginning of the Absolute stuff, if you remember. DC Connect, talking about stuff coming out in about 2 months. These two things were a little effort to get in between shortages and just whatever. Sonic, DC versus Sonic. This is a second printing of #1. So for those of you that missed #1, there's a couple of copies of that. And then #2. And both of those are later than they should have been, and it's fine. They're here. Defenders of the Earth. Doom Academy, part of One World Under Doom. Doom's Division, part of One World Under Doom. Earth X, this is a new printing of the first third of an Alex Ross, Jim Krueger story from, I don't know, 25 years ago. Started out with images that Alex Ross created and some background type stuff, and Jim Krueger and John Paul Leon put together this wonderful story. It's a future story. It's really good. I really enjoy it. I might read it again while this is sitting here. Fantastic Four, part of One World Under Doom. Farscape Book 2, which I believe is all of the Farscape comics that they had done. G.I. Joe, another of the silent missions, this one featuring Duke. Godzilla Skate or Die collects the Skate or Die miniseries. Godzilla vs. America, this is the specific Godzilla vs. Los Angeles issue. All proceeds from this, it won't focus, and that's fine, support there's an organization called Bank, and it's Book Industry Charitable Foundation, and it is supporting comic shops in the LA area that took damage or were affected by the LA fires, and all of the proceeds from this comic go to that support. Godzilla vs. Spider-Man, the Godzilla vs. Marvel characters continues, and there's a bunch of covers because it's just fun. Shiny. And then Harley Quinn Redemption, that's an actual novel. Red Hulk, part of One World Under Doom. And then the IDW previews, talking about IDW stuff coming out in about 2 months. And a Marvel previews, talking about Marvel stuff coming out in about 2 months. Hey, there's a new Fantastic Four coming. A new Fantastic Four #1 coming. It's like there's a movie coming or something. Mark Spears Monsters. The hubbub over this series has been huge. I would not normally start with an issue #4. It's possible that I ordered 3 and it got eaten in the assorted distributor craziness that's been going on. But I decided to give issue 4 a try. We'll see what happens with that. More Fun Comics #73. This is a facsimile edition, of course. It's not really More Fun Comics #73. The big deal about this issue when it came out was it was the first appearance of Aquaman. So that's pretty cool. My Little Pony, Tournament of Mysteries, and there's 2 covers there. Knights from Image continues. NYX, that's the last issue of NYX. Power Company Recharged, and 2 covers there and 3 covers there. I believe there is a series on the way for Power Company. Power Rangers Prime, and some good glare there. Let's adjust a little bit to get the whole picture. And 2 covers, and 3 covers, and 4 covers, and 5 covers. Question Along the Watchtower, that's the last issue of that series. Rocketeer breaks free, that collects the recent miniseries for Rocketeer. Rocketfellers, Rogue Savage Land. Saga Volume 12. And we're on hiatus again. Slam, the complete collection. This is a series that came out pre-pandemic, I believe. And I want to say that I had the first series on the shelf, and there was a second series, and I didn't read the second series, but it was a bunch of fun, and it's roller derby chicks, but it's relationships and life and roller derby. So, but it was really well done. I want to read this as well. Solomon Kane, Something is Killing the Children. King Spawn. There might be some switch-ups in the Spawn area over the next couple of issues. Sam and Twitch Case Files. This collects the first 8 issues of the current Sam and Twitch series. Ultimate Spider-Man. Star Wars World of Reading. This is Ray. That's for the younger folk. Superman, The Last Days of Lex Luthor. This might be the last issue. I can't remember, but there's 3 covers there. I could open it up and take a look, but, we're running late on time here already. Last Ronin 2 for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Re-Evolution. This is the last issue of this series. And 2 covers there and 3 covers there. We'll see what happens next. Void Rivals of the Energon universe. Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. This is a follow-up mini-series to the original Kitty Pryde and Wolverine limited series from mid-'80s or so. This was a grand time for the X-Men, and Claremont is writing this miniseries. I hope it adds and is good. Ultimate X-Men Epic Collection Volume 1. This is, of course, the original Ultimate X-Men from 2001 or so. And then Weapon X-Men, current series. And over here, one little extra in a slightly beat up box, but it's better than the beat up box the first time. It's the Crow, Eric Draven. So I figure there's enough Crow folk out there that'll think a cute Crow is adorable. That is everything. Once again, Free Comic Book Day. I implore you to tell everyone you know. The more people that come through here, the better a day it is for me, and the better a month it is for me, and the better a year it is for me. Free Comic Book Day is a big deal for all of us. If you can't get to me, get to another comic book store. Get to as many comic book stores as you can. This is a regular thing, but also super important on Free Comic Book Day. Just a reminder that I appreciate you, whether you're getting a couple of free comics or spending money on the sale. It doesn't matter. I can't do this without you. So let me do this with you. And we'll all have a good time. If you see anything you like, let me know. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.